Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be exploring Universal Studios Florida, checking out all the updated scare zones for Halloween Horror Nights 33 that starts at the end of this month. We'll see what props are set up, see what's going on in every zone, see if there's any new merchandise out, and maybe check out a couple rides in between. It is a Saturday, so it's pretty busy, but we'll see what we can find. So come hang out with us. So right as you enter into the park, it looks like they did put up the structure that will eventually have the neon Halloween Horror Night sign on it. Last year, that's where Dr. Oddfellow would stand up on top of and open Halloween Horror Nights every night. We'll see if the new icons for this year, Sinister and Surreal, maybe will be up there this year because this is their opening zone. There's probably not too many props up here. Doesn't really look like there's much up here right now, but there are structures going up in the other zones, so we're going to just kind of walk the park and check those out and see what we can find before the rain starts. As I'm filming this, there actually is a tropical storm on the way to Florida, but that's a typical Wednesday through Sunday for Florida these days. But we'll head into Hollywood, see if we can find anything over there, especially in New York. And I know there's a ton of props over in Central Park for Swamp of the Undead, so that's where we're going to head now. So we just made it into the Hollywood section of the park. This street is going to be where Demon Queens will be. It's Surreal's scare zone. It's going to be based on like celestials and stuff. Not much going on over here. They do have these new structures up with some speakers on it. So I'm sure in the next couple of weeks we'll see more props coming up. But we're going to head into the Five and Dime and check out the new Halloween Horror Nights merchandise that came out. So in the Five and Dime, there is new merchandise this year. You have your lanyards where you can house your tickets for this year. There's an ornament, neon green, yellow ornament, some multi-use decal sheets, and the shirt that's previously released, and a candle that actually smells really good. And then if you come over here, there's the neon merchandise, and then they released the Little Boo plush pillow as well. This is just the generic Halloween Horror Nights merch. There's a shirt for kids of Little Boo, and then a slightly different design for the adult shirts that we previously showed. They also still have the Universal Ghostbusters Frozen Empire shirts and the other shirts that they released at the beginning of the season. And then on the back end, you have wallets with a skull punk monster on it. It looks like it's very loosely based off the character that they released for Slaughter Cinema this year. There's a fanny pack you can get, a candle, a fan, pins, and a reusable cup as well. So slowly but surely getting a lot of really cool merchandise this year for Halloween Horror Nights. A lot of different merch as well. Also in here you can see some of the statues of the Universal Monsters, and then there's just generic Chucky Universal Monster merchandise as well. Light up signs. Really cool generic Halloween merch, and then Universal Monster stuff in this back corner as well. Rain begins. As we enter into Central Park here, this is the scare zone that is mostly set up. This is Swamp of the Undead. There's a bunch of really cool props up here. Old fishing boats. This is themed around a old bayou. If you cross the road, there's even more props and stuff set up along the fence line. There's also really low lights, so the rumor is that it's going to be set up to be low-laying fog, and the lights are going to mimic actually being waist deep in a bayou. I'm sure there's going to be actors up here. There's an owl. Oh. They could be hiding underneath the pier as well. They did release some concept art of the monsters that are going to be here. Very exactly what you think it would be. Just old, decrepit zombies covered in moss and gook and stuff. But over on the other side, again, another pier set up. And then one of the larger props in the zone is this big shack. There's a really cool wood carving in the wall there. and an alligator skull. Not sure if there's going to be any specific scare actor that's going to be up there or not, but lots of fun, cool props set up in this whole area as you walk through. And they can come to my house. They won't be so scared. Very, very interesting to see what this whole zone is going to look like once all the lights are turned on and the actors are out. Good idea.
Oye, no ponía gracia, bro.
If you make your way over to Fast and the Furious, if you look really carefully above the trees to the right of the building, you can see a major suite sign in big purple and orange canister towers. You just see the end of Sweets, which I'm sure it's going to be the entrance for Major Sweets Candy Factory. A little bit closer view of it to the right of the express line. Not sure if that's going to be the facade or it's going to be halfway through the house, but you can see that they did build a tent. And then that's going to be the Major Sweets logo with these big orange and purple pillars. Over in the San Francisco area of the park, this is going to be the Blumhouse scare zone. They do have a couple of props set up in the streets, and this big structure in the middle with the Blumhouse logo up top is actually new today. I'm not sure exactly what's going to be in here. Everybody's guessing it's just going to be just kind of a mishmash of all the Blumhouse movies. I'm sure they'll have Megan's in here. Maybe see a Five Nights at Freddy's, though it has not been announced or anything. But there is the big houses on either side of the zone with the BH on it. And then the structure, like I said, is new. And then there's these like decaying houses on either side of it as well. It was never officially announced, but I'm sure it either will be or just kind of it's going to be one of those secret zones all the way in the back of the park. There's also a big structure with a projection system on top. Over in the New York section of the park, they did start putting up these structures down the street for Torture Fair. This is going to be Sinister's other scare zone other than the entrance one. So essentially, you're going to choose your fate going either Sinister or Surreal through Torture Fair or Demon Queens. There's not much else up in this zone. There is a stage structure going up at the end of the street where it always is. And there's still no updates on if the tribute store is going to be located here. Most likely will be like it is every year. But like I said, at the very end of the street, there is the stage structure going up. That's just the bare bones of it right now as we make our way closer to Halloween Horror Nights 33 starting at the end of the month. And then, of course, the tribute store will be right across from it, if it is in the same location as it usually is for Halloween Horror Nights. There's actually something else inside the Sahara Trader Souvenir and Supplies, the exit gift shop for the Mummy that actually just recently got put in there. So let's go check that out and see what details we can find on that structure. In the back of the shop, there is this sign that says, "Pardon our dust and appearance while we add a new exhibit for you to enjoy. Thank you, museum management." And then if you actually look at the details, Fathom Corp is from the Depths of Fear house a few years ago at Halloween Horror Nights. There are these little posters and vignettes on here, one for King Kong, see at the Museum of Antiquities, which is where we are. And then this one, which is the Tribute Tribune, this is supposed to be a nod and hopefully a little hint at the tribute store this year, probably being museum themed and tying into the Museum of Antiquities here in New York as well. Just again, more scripture, tickets. If you want to read these things, I'll just stand on it for a minute and you can just pause the video. And then this donated collection will be here for a limited time. I don't know what that is, but I guess we're going to find out when either the tribute store opens or this exhibit is actually set up for Halloween Horror Nights 33. Again, Tribute Store Comics is the theme for the tribute store last year for Halloween Horror Nights. And again, there's just stuff kind of just spread about this whole area. Again, everybody's saying that this is all hints at either the tribute store or more things coming for Halloween Horror Nights 33 this year. Again, more references to whatever this artifact is on these posters in these glass cases at the other end of the store. There's another glass case on this side. This all could be props just for the store, and it could mean absolutely nothing for Halloween Horror Nights or the tribute store, but everything's kind of leading towards the tribute store being themed around the Museum of Antiquities. So they also have the Horror Nights merchandise in here as well that we showed earlier. And as we make our way around the entire park, full circle here, we are back up in Minions Lane on our way out for that big metal structure where the classic neon Halloween Horror Nights sign will be. Thanks for joining us today as we make our way through Universal, checking out all the new updates and props set up for Halloween Horror Nights 33. It's going to be an amazing year this year, very classic year, a lot of original concepts, more original houses than ever before in the past 13 years. A lot of fun stuff coming up. We're going to be here almost every other night filming and posting, so make sure you do subscribe and like the channel. Share the channel to your friends. Any support we can get, that way we can keep doing what we love here on this channel and filming these really cool events and new things coming to theme parks all across Central Florida and hopefully one day beyond. But like I said, if you like these videos, it'd be very helpful if you would subscribe to the channel and share the channel. And we will see you on our next adventure.